It's almost time. FC25 is a matter of weeks away. So in this video, we're going to go through some of the crazy overpowered looking starter cards that I've found, as well as the first starter team that I have mocked up. So let's do it. And we're not messing about. We're diving straight into it right here with my goalkeeper and defense. These are apparently official ratings. They were leaked over a week ago now by Foot Scoreboard on Twitter. And as far as I'm aware, they're spot on. Obviously, the images will change as I've just drafted the old images, but changed the card design. But some of these cards look insane. Playstyle pluses might change as well, full disclaimer. I don't think they're quite confirmed as of yet. And there's no official way to build a squad as of yet. Like Footbin, Foot.gg don't have these cards on the database. So I've whipped this up in Photoshop. For cheap and fast FC24 Ultimate Team coins, head over to MMOEXP.com, link down below, and make sure to use my code Morsey at checkout to get yourself 5% off. But my team right here is kind of like a Premier League, Liga Portugal hybrid. The Portuguese league is honestly so good at the start of the game. They have low rated, easy to pack, very like early game meta cards. So you're looking speed, good dribbling, and some crazy nice new striker that you're going to see shortly. But the defense itself, the penalty machine, well, penalty saving machine, probably scores them as well. Diogo Costa in the sticks. He's gone from an 82 to an 84. Nice boost. Still should be pretty reasonably cheap. Right back is the Man United boy, Diogo Dalot. And I tell you what, for a starter card, like, he's not crazy mind-blowing. He's just pretty well-rounded for a fullback. Speed is there. Defending and physicals, yeah, I like it. I reckon he could be a solid, cheap, affordable shout. Same with this first centre-back, Goncalo Inacio. I'm pretty certain this is the man who scored a header against my boys Arsenal in the Europa League a few seasons ago. So yeah, keeping that in mind here. But for me, could be a 6-starter option. Once again, gets great chemistry to the keeper and another player you're going to see in a bit. Now then, I'm an Arsenal fan with a couple of Spurs boys in the starter team, but you can't overlook these lads. Udogie this year, his footies Evo was mad. I know for a fact this 82 rated card might be premium. Definitely going to be a bit of chunk of change there, but he's going to be crazy solid at the start. As well as Van der Ven, 88 pace, 83 defending. Probably should be illegal, especially at the start of the game for an 82 rated card. He's going to be expensive. These two alone probably going to boost this up a fair bit. But still, if you could get them, definitely going to be worth it. Midfield time. I'm keeping it pretty low rated and pretty easy to obtain. I mean, there's a few of these cards that are going to be difficult, like Savinho. By the way, I swear his name was Savio last season. Am I tripping out here? But Savinho now, recently transferred to Man City. Looks pretty decent, not insane, should be reasonably affordable, but there will be that kind of like Premier League premium there. He's got crazy high pace, good dribbling, perfect for kind of ball carrying in this team. The centre midfield duo, Renato Sanchez moves to Benfica, and a little bit of a downgrade, but still, I know he's going to be decent. And Joe Linton, last time round, day one, was my box-to-box centre mid beast. The man gets stuck in, and we're just carrying the ball like an absolute unit. Big fan of him. And then Pepe, gone from, I believe, an 80 to an 82. And genuinely looks decent, like very similar stats to Savinho. I needed like very technical players out in the left mid and right mid position, because the strikers, they're good on the ball, but they're definitely more of a running and gunning, scoring goals kind of duo. And this is the duo. Alexander Isak and Victor Gyökeres. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, full disclaimer. It's a tough one, but we tried. Look at these cards. Isak, 4-star, 5-star, 85 rated. He has been juiced. This man, people have predicted a heavy premium. There's going to be a premium, but I don't reckon he's going to be that expensive. I reckon day one, he might be up there. First week, he's going to go up a bit, but I can honestly predict this card being like that 20 to 30k price tag. Because, you know, the power curve progresses quick. We obtain these cards quick, so maybe, just maybe, he won't be that expensive. And then Gyökeres. I believe he's the card with the highest base physical, which is insane. As well as crazy speed, shooting, decent on the ball. I'm pretty certain he's 3-star, 5-star, so the weak foot doesn't exist up front for me. I'm going to be scoring goals for fun. No playstyle pluses though, that's something to take in mind here, unless that updates and they actually do add a few in. But either way, what I think could be a pretty obtainable week one team. Let me know what you think down below. Now up next, I want to give a big shout out to my boy Frosty, absolute legend. Super sound bloke, was kind enough to let me preview this thread in this video, so I'll leave the link to his Twitter in the description. Go show him some love and look at the graphics. He did say there was like 1 or 2 spelling mistakes, maybe a nation incorrect in here, but we'll let him off, you know. He came in clutch with the goods. Essentially, he's put together a kind of starter gem thread here, and there's some very nice options that I want to touch on. The goalkeeper's up first. We got Diogo Costa featuring, which is a positive because he's the lad who I had in my team. Pope, Pickford. Now David Raya and Vicario getting juiced a little bit. 84, 83 rated. Usually with keepers, they're all pretty much very obtainable. Most of these guys offer good chemistry in the early game squads. I believe Castillo's here is now transferred to the Saudi League, so could be a very good keeper if you want to get in the likes of, I think it's Ibanez at centre-back, Kessie. I think St. Max is transferred now, hasn't he? But CR7, Mane, etc. could be a shout. And the majority Premier League, and of course my Portuguese man in the sticks. Down to the right backs then, Dalot features, yes, as well as St. Just and Bar. Now these two last year were sick, and they look good here as well. Unbelievable pace essentially. And Liga Portugal, it honestly is a shout if you're looking for those cheap starter cards. Of course, speed tends to add a bit of premium, so might be a little bit steep. And might fluctuate a lot in the first week or two once people progress their team. So be careful if you're holding on to these cards tradable. Gusto as well. Nice boost up to an 88 rated. Good pace there. And then Denzel and Molina. Molina offers brilliant chemistry to Julian Alvarez, recently transferred, as well as Correa. Centre-backs, Mickey van der Ven, Kosunu, recently transferred to Atalanta, and Lacroix. Caught a vibe himself is now in the Premier League at Crystal Palace. Yes. Should be really easy to obtain. Like, I can't imagine much of a premium on this card, even because of the speed there. But Lacroix into Debo, nice little link if you want to hybrid it up. Ibanez, we mentioned earlier, was crazy good last year. He's going to be good again. And Antonio Silva, okay, a different alternative maybe to, I think, Goncalo Ignacio, who was in my squad. Left backs, Kadioglu, I believe, has transferred to Brighton. So we're going to ignore the Turkish club here. That is a Premier League left back, which could add more premium or competition to a doggy at the start of the game. Olga Carmona, very, very good looking starter card. Same with Ronaldo here. Marusic and Matson recently transferred to the Premier League. Defending and physical is lacking a lot here. Maybe more of like an attacking fullback. And then Bolde. Similar story. In all fairness, at the start of last year, I rocked this man and he was class. He's going to offer some great links to the likes of Lamine Yamal as well. CDM's up next. We've got Tonali, Lema, Camavinga. Going to be crazy, crazy premium, that man. Zakaria, Chan, always nice budget options. Tonali, the Playstyle Plus. Going to ignore for now. Going to be decent again. However, his card last year was like 100k. I kid you not. So definitely going to be a bit premium. Bundesliga tends to be a nice cheap alternative. Camavinga, great links as well. Zakaria should be cheap as shit. Centre mids then. Rain, I tell you what. Milan. AC Milan, you could just have a trio of Musa, Loftus-Cheek and Reinders. Just like, why not? Very, very affordable by the looks of it. Well-rounded. Box-to-box centre mids. Not really like a defensive centre mid there, but a combination of the three could be good. Crystal Dunn, crazy, crazy cracks on the ball. Enzo Fernandez lacking a bit in the pace department, which could be an issue, but should be affordable. And Fred as well, if you want to get a little bit mixy with your starter leagues. Palmer, Kirby, Simmons. Oh, Xavi Simmons. Looks decent. Doesn't look insane, but looks decent. Palmer as well. Lack of speed there, but I can imagine the dribbling is going to carry the card. Kirby was unbelievable last year, really cheap and affordable, so she's a good shout. Tell you what, Katarina looks good as well. Same with Ricardo. He's got decent 80s across the board there. Could be a decent shout for those Liga Portugal starter teams. Left wingers, Martinelli. Yes, the first Arsenal man to feature in this list, I'm pretty certain. It's a downgrade, but still speed, essentially. If you need a Premier League winger, look to him for sure. St. Max now in the Turkish league. I believe is Zaha as well. I wonder if you could make a really saucy skiller trickster team. Simon up to a gold now, was a great silver last year. Mavadidi, Kostic and Carrasco. Carrasco is one of those cards that always looks good on paper and is always very affordable. Oh my days, hold up. Okay, so I believe, yeah, Belgium for Marlon. He's obviously not from Belgium. He is from Netherlands. That is fine. Sigankov looks good. Bailey, speed, yes. And very cheap last year. Pulisic could honestly be really good here. Like, really nice stats, the dribbling, the speed, the shooting. Trinity Rodman was about 40, 50k. I think all those overpowered NWSL cards are back again this year. Swanson, Rodman, for example, Smith, Morgan, all going to be there. And then Rafa. What a man. By the way, Marlon, I reckon he's going to have a premium because of that early game evolution thing. People are going to want him in their teams. And our boy Frosty rounds it off with his strikers. Look at the state of that Openda. 85 rated. I don't know if he has a Playstyle Plus. I don't think it's confirmed as of yet. He might very well have like a rapid or something because the speed, the shooting, yes. Or Schwala and Kundananji. Now in the NWSL for the same team. If that's true, that's huge, man. Because they were unbelievable last year, especially Oswala. I reviewed her at the start. She was crazy good. Ramirez for an 83 looks insane. Similar kind of stats to Gyökeres. Correa, we touched on earlier, going to be unbelievably used because of the Alvarez-Molina links. And then Gaycia with a speed. Also, a couple of squads from Foot Scoreboard, ASY, and Wet Design on Twitter. Saudi squad, we mentioned a few of these. Ibanez, for example. Diaby now recently transferred. That Carrasco card. I can see this league being pretty overpowered at the start of the game. The La Liga. Endrick, Yamal, Alvarez, Correa, Molina, DePaul, Camavinga. Some unbelievable cards here. I believe Marcus Llorente, always a great starter option. Man, honestly, this like 4 up front is going to be so popular. Lamine Yamal is going to be unbelievable with Endrick for those early game evolutions. Trust me, if you pack them, they're going to be spenny. So maybe keep them if you get them on the web app for the full game to come out, because I can imagine they're going to go up. Correa, Alvarez going to be great. Alvarez has, I believe that's Press Proven Playstyle Plus. Mad. A few cards that I spotted as well. Barcola, if you remember, his Evo at the start of the game was unbelievable. And now he's at 80 rated gold. Looking great, looking stacked. Liga, though, a little bit lacking for like crazy overpowered starter teams, but maybe like a Kimpembe Barcola link. Decent. Marcus Rashford, now an 81 rated. I'm pretty certain he's going to lose the Playstyle Plus, but look at the stats. 81 rated. He might fit future Evos, well, early game Evos, especially the Founder Striker one. If he's got a striker alternate position, that could be a shout. So that's where I'm going to end this one, guys. Just a little look at some of the sick overpowered starter cards that I have spotted, as well as my first mock-up of a starter team. If you want more starter squads specifics, like Premier League, maybe budget squads, of course, I'm up for that content. And once the full game's out, I'll be pumping out the starter team stuff. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you're excited for FC25 on the road to 30k subs now. That's the big goal. Smash a like if you enjoyed. Let me know who you are most excited to use in FC25. I'll catch you later.